morning to all you guys. It's Mandalorian Friday, and you guys definitely know what that means. If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button because I've been doing tons of Mandalorian content over on this channel, and every single Friday we review this show in spoiler detail. So again, if you're new here, hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts are on episode 6 was. Did you guys like this one? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let's discuss it down below, guys. And thank you guys again so much for the past couple of weeks in the comment section, the theories that you guys have been giving. It's some of my favorite things to look at is check back after a couple of hours, see what you guys have commented, comment back with you guys, and theorize with you guys, because last week ended on a big thing of who was that at the end? Well, we still didn't figure that out, but we do have a new episode of The Mandalorian. And for me on this episode, I was very much looking forward to it, again, because I have been enjoying this show, because I love Star Wars. I love the good and the bad Star Wars kind of stuff. And of course, the thing with this one is it is directed by Rick Fukumagwa, who I think is a fantastic director. Really been looking forward to this one. And for me, it's another good episode. It's a Mandalorian. He's getting another job, and he's teaming up with some new and looks like some old people he used to team up with back in the day. Now, first off, like I said, I really like this episode, but the one con I'm starting to have with the show is, what is the overall narrative story to this? And that is my one thing that I'm trying to still come to terms with, because right now what we've gotten is the Mandalorian. He is going from planet to planet and doing jobs, and that's really it. Like that's what the show is, and I don't have like too many issues with that, but at the same time I did want a more core narrative type of thing here. You know, it's weird for Star Wars to not have that. And I know if you go back and watch the Star Wars The Clone Wars animated series, it is pretty much an anthology of this episode with these stormtroopers or with these clone troopers and this and that. The Mandalorian's starting to kind of feel like that. And yes, we are getting a little bit of character progression here and there with the Mandalorian, but for 30 to 40 episodes per week, well, not 30 to 40 minutes per week, that's what we're getting. And I need more of a story to latch on instead of exploring just the world, because I'm latched onto the Mandalorian character, and we've gotten little tidbits of his past, but we got to open it up a little bit more. And I'm hoping that the next couple of episodes, as we're leading into the kind of the finale of the first season, can actually give me that. Besides that con, though, and I'm wondering if I'm the only one on that, so make sure to comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that. Are you guys just enjoying what they're giving us, or do you guys want more of that narrative as well? Of course, Baby Yoda's a little bit of a cutie in here as well. Thank God he survived. Every time like something happens with him, like when Billy Burke's character is holding him, he drops him when the ship's all flying around, I started freaking out. I was like, I gripped my hand real fast. I'm like, ugh, don't kill the child. Don't drop him. He's adorable. It's elements like that that do stress me out. But like I said, I did enjoy this episode, and I like seeing the Mandalorian team up with a new team, seeing a lot of these different things. You see a Mandalorian, you see a new droid. Well, not a new droid, but you see a Droid Zero, which absolutely out of all the new characters that they introduced, I really did like the new droid. He's dead now, so it doesn't really matter. Everyone else did survive, though. Everyone else did survive pretty much, except the guys who hired him, the guy he saved at the end. Oh well, screw them, they were trying to kill him. And I like how he gave him the rebel tracker at the end. That was very smart and clever moves on the Mandalorian. We're seeing how tactical he actually is inside the show. The one thing also moving into here within the game is Billy Burke. I really liked in here. Zeon, the alien, I was kind of getting annoyed of her. I didn't mind her, and I liked seeing the different alien species actually being a part of this and not just being a couple of humans. I also really did like the Mandalorian and having that whole thing come back into play here, because I do like how the Mandalorians look. But again, my favorite part of the whole team was Zero. I liked how they had him. I liked his discussion, the way that he acted, and I just in general like the voice actor that played him, so it kind of all goes into that part. But, per se, this was a little bit of a episode where they're just adding into his backstory of people that he used to work with. Like, nothing more to it then. They're breaking into a prison to break out one of his old crewmates. And as they're going about it, there's some cool droid action here and there. Really like how the Mandalorian took out the droids. Like, he truly is like this haunting presence. And you definitely see that is when they screw him over and lock him up. He gets out. He starts shooting all the doors for them and just taking them out one by one. It's kind of like watching a slasher movie, but reverse. You're cheering for the slasher to actually kill and take out these people for the people to survive. And I like that whole element, the red lights, the flashing lights, the way that they have him, especially when he's walking up behind Billy Burke and you just see the light flashing, you see him coming up, and it was a fantastic moment and a greatly directed episode in that part, and how they did a lot of the visual cues in here, and it was an exciting experience to see that to be the very much so. And I liked all those elements kind of building into it. Again, they've made the Mandalorian, they've made Mandalorians themselves, like these bounty hunters, these legendary guys, be type of these samurai cowboys who are just an absolute badass, but also like this iconic thing that is very scary at times, and especially in here as you're seeing him, like just the way he's taking out people, and you see why he's so great, the Mando, like, and I love seeing that. And again, there's some different references here and there. We got a Canto Bight reference. Even though that is my least favorite part about The Last Jedi, I did kind of smirk at that. I like when they do make these subtle nods in here. Of course, they made fun of a little bit of the different things that the Mandalorian has said, like, this is the way. The same thing with his helmet still not coming off. I'm still saying that I'd be surprised if by the last episode we don't see his helmet come off and it's still just a running joke that they have. Because for me, it's like, we're going to have to see his face. And I love Pedro Pascal, but we need to see it. And I'm wondering what you guys think on that. Do you guys think we are going to see the Mandalorian's helmet come off? I know Pedro Pascal hasn't been in the armor actually almost all season, but still, I think that would be a cool reveal by the end for him to take off the mask. And also let me know down below what your guys' thoughts are. Do you think we're going to find out next episode who that guy was at the end of the last one with the jangling little feet? Is it Cad Bane? Is it Boba Fett? Is it someone else? Let's discuss it down there, guys. And of course, if you guys are new here, again, hit that like and subscribe button so you never miss out on content like this on a daily basis. So, going even in further into this, this was a nice little episode. It was a nice, out of every episode that we've gotten so far, I feel like this is the biggest filler episode that they've done yet. Again, many of these episodes are starting to kind of recollect to that. And I know I've gotten comments of saying, well, like, this one felt like a filler and this one felt like a filler. And I don't want to call them filler. Like, they are adding little elements to the Mandalorian story. But again, I need more of that narrative core to where are we going with this? Because is every episode just going to be a new, like, happy fun time mission with the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda popping in here and there? Or is it actually going to be a full structured story of like, hey, the Mandalorian needs to do this, this, and that with the child. Where is he going to go? How is he going to survive? Also very surprised to see that many of the supporting cast that they were building into this show as the trailers were leading up are really nowhere to be seen. Like, this is a full-on Mandalorian story. Like, we don't have Dune from just a couple episodes ago. We don't have Taika Waititi's droid IG dead. Like, haven't seen him. I know he died, but a lot of people were theorizing that he was going to come back. Carl Esposito's character, Gus from Breaking Bad, not here. Still not here. I have a feeling he's going to come in on probably the last episode, and I think that's going to set up for the next season. There's just these characters that nowhere to be seen, and it's quite surprising, and I'm, in fact, intrigued, but at the same time worried for how this show is going to go, because I want it to fulfill all my needs just like the trailers were giving me. These are just my worries for the next couple of weeks. I wanted to discuss them. Again, it was a good episode. It was greatly directed. I love the slasher themes, the horror kind of elements within it, kind of throwing a flashback to the alien, and just the way that he was taking out the crew one by one. The way that he goes on this mission was good. It gives us a little bit new interactions, kind of into his past of what he was as a younger Mandalorian. And even adding into, yeah, he's a fierce warrior. I mean, he takes out all these guys non-lethally. In fact, let's put that in there. He takes out the droids badassly. I know that's not a word, but I liked how he took out the droids. It kind of threw back to some of the old Clone Wars stuff with those droids. And overall, it was a solid episode. I enjoyed it. I like waking up, putting some Star Wars on into my day, because I do love Star Wars, and that's some of my favorite things about this. So guys, let me know down below what your guys' thoughts are on The Mandalorian episode 6. If you guys like this one, were you disappointed? Let's discuss it down below. Do you guys have some of my same problems that I'm having with the show so far? Or are you guys just loving the show? Or maybe you're just hating the show? Let's discuss it. And again, if you are new here, hit that like and subscribe button, because damn guys, I'm getting to see Rise of Skywalker very soon. Can't say what day it is, but I will have an early movie review for that movie by Wednesday at the latest. So look forward to that, guys. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on this. Can't wait to discuss with you guys down below in the comments here what your guys' thoughts are on this episode. And let me put out and say this. My God, the score is so good for this. Like, just the little tinkers that Ludwig does for each episode is just pure brilliance. I love what they are doing with those little subtle cues within it. Great score all in that fact. But guys, thank you guys again so much for clicking on this. And of course, may the Force be with us all.